Today, we're going to be comparing the cameras on the Xiaomi 13 Pro versus the iPhone 14 Pro. And I'm in Chinatown right now just taking pictures and samples. So we're going to see a bunch of that while I'm hanging out with my friends. One thing to note is that the Xiaomi's max resolution on the front-facing camera is 1080p 30, whereas on the iPhone is 4K 30. So the Xiaomi 13 Pro does have an authentic mode and a vibrant mode. I noticed that the authentic, they do have a vignetting around the corners, so basically a darker fade right into the center where it's brighter, so it just naturally makes you look in the center of the picture. In terms of the color profile, it's like a mixed match. Sometimes the authentic looks more vibrant and sometimes the vibrant looks more authentic. So before knowing this, I decided to stick with authentic for the most part just because I thought that the iPhone is more of a natural looking phone, so I decided to stick with that and toss in vibrant mode here and there to let you see the difference. And now that I'm looking at these pictures from the authentic mode, it really feels like it's already edited. The vignetting is like a big giveaway and it seems like it's just ready to be shared online or on your socials. I know the color is a preference thing, but I really do enjoy how it comes out on the Xiaomi. When you're indoors or more of a low light situation, maybe it's better to go with vibrant because you're not seeing the vignetting on the sides, so the whole image doesn't look as dark. There are little things I do like about the coloring of the Xiaomi, like the brown table sticks out a lot more or it's just more warmer, and you happen to shoot like an object or a subject that's in the middle of the frame, then authentic mode may be the best one because it's obviously brightening up in the middle and it's making you naturally look at the middle. I feel like that vignetting technique is something a lot of photographers know and not much of the regular consumer, so it's nice just to have it in there naturally installed without them kind of knowing. In terms of HDR, both are pretty good. I would say the Xiaomi does have a slighter edge, as you can see just a little bit more in the shadows. In terms of video, I feel like the biggest difference here is the colors. On the Xiaomi, I see that it's a bit more vibrant, or little things like the soup where it's supposed to be red in like real life, and on iPhone it's just more of a browner color, so I think that the Xiaomi just gives it more of a pleasing look, especially if it's food. Now for telephoto, obviously the Xiaomi is going to be the winner here. It can zoom all the way up to 70x, whereas on the iPhone it's only up to 15x. At 70x, it doesn't look the greatest, it's a bit blurry, and of course, I would just use it as a tool to see something far away, and not something I would rely on taking pictures with. At 15x, you can see a bit more noise coming out of the iPhone, whereas the Xiaomi is just a little bit cleaner and softer. And there are some pictures that I take that naturally looks very good, like this one here. It does have that darker tone look, and the vignetting helps with that as well. Harsher HDR does do a bit better on the Xiaomi. You can see more in the shadows and it's just cleaner. And if you happen to record video with the telephoto or 3x, definitely the Xiaomi is better, it's more stabilized. I'm seeing less like micro jitters as I'm walking. So if you do need to zoom in like when you're at a concert, the Xiaomi is gonna do a better job. Now for portrait mode, I do like how the iPhone has 1x, 2x, and 3x, just because 2x is a good even middle spot where you can use it indoors and outdoors. With 3x, you have to be outdoors or you just need a lot of space. Now on the Xiaomi, you do have a lot of stuff going on. You can choose authentic or vibrant, and for this mode, for portrait mode, for some reason, the authentic looks more authentic and the vibrant mode actually shows more vibrancy than authentic. Now the Xiaomi only has full body mode and zoomed in mode, which is basically like 1x and 3x, and the weird thing is that button is on the upper left of the screen, which is not natural for a person to just naturally switch between it. So I feel like it wants you to use the Pro Lens mode, which that button is closer to the center and is very easy to reach. Now I do like how there are many different modes you can use, like black and white, changing the background and the focal length, but I do wish that you can turn off like the effect, like the swirly bokeh or the black and white effect, just to use the focal length. It's really cool how they mention like 35mm, 50mm, 75mm, which are very common lenses to use or focal lengths to use to take portrait pictures. So I feel like for the photographers who uses this phone will actually appreciate the Pro Lens mode. And after using some of them, I really enjoy using the 50mm with the swirly bokeh, just because I do like how it's closer to the 2x on an iPhone, which is very versatile. And if you do like the more of an umph with the background where it pops a little bit with the bokeh, definitely I think this one is the best one to use. Now moving on to the Instagram camera app, on Androids when you actually save the video, you can see some of the pixelation at the beginning of the clip. On the Xiaomi it's actually not too bad. There are some points where it's clearly pixelated, but it's not as bad as Samsung phones. And when you're zooming in and out with your thumb, the iPhone is more controlled and slower. The Xiaomi is just really quick, so it's hard to control. So to be safe, I would actually use the stock camera app to shoot video and then upload it to Instagram stories on the Xiaomi. Now for photos, I'm leaning towards the iPhone just because it's just a little bit more saturated. The food does pop just by a smudge. The overall pictures look a bit more flat on the Xiaomi, and the HDR isn't performing as consistent as the iPhone. So if you plan on taking a lot of food pictures on your Instagram stories, then I would suggest leaning towards the iPhone. But the iPhone is not perfect either just because of the automatic switching to macro mode. For the most part, it's not even that noticeable either, not until you take the picture and see the whole picture shift. And that's my biggest gripe with the Instagram camera app on the iPhone. So that is the comparison between these two phones. Let me know what you think about the new Xiaomi phone. The 1-inch sensor does look good, and I will be doing more comparisons, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.